passionate healthcare providers educational series.
The company that has remained steadfast and kept the right principles. The company headed toward the world with the right principles. The company that grows with its customers and shares generously. We are Atomy. Atomy, which has been growing ever since its establishment in 2009, is a global multi-level marketing company with a presence across the globe. Surpassing 2.2 trillion Korean won in global sales and with a global membership of 15 million, Atomy's #1 goal of going beyond customer satisfaction to customer success continues to be its top priority to this day. Providing good quality products at reasonable prices, Atomy's competitiveness lies in the nature of distribution. The absolute quality and absolute price product philosophy that Atomy has practiced since its inception is included in all of its products, such as health functional foods, beauty, living, food, fashion, home appliances, and more. Atomy Hemohim surpassed 2 trillion Korean won in cumulative sales, ranked #1 in domestic health functional food exports. With 19 international patents for a single product, it is forging a unique history in the realm of health functional foods. Absolute Skincare, which has become one of the best-selling cosmetics in the industry with sales of 100 billion Korean won every year since its launch. Absolute Cell Active Skincare received King Sejong Award from the Korean Intellectual Property Office in 2021 for the first time in the cosmetics industry and was selected as world-class product for next generation, selected by Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy in 2022. Atomy practices customer-centered management in all its business activities, and such efforts were recognized by the acquisition of its customer-centered management certification for 3 consecutive years, which is a unique accomplishment in the industry. Starting with the US branch in 2010, Atomy is a global company that opened 26 branches in Asia, South America, Oceania, Europe, etc., with 15 million members worldwide. In 2023, Atomy opened its EU branch and has plans for global expansion with a focus on Africa, Latin America, and emerging markets. Atomy's GSGS strategy, which stands for Global Sourcing Global Sales, allows the supply of products that align with the absolute quality and absolute price philosophy through Atomy's global sales network. Atomy's success system, in which the company runs all seminars, allows any member to succeed regardless of individual ability. This is the driving force behind Atomy's distinctive growth. As the next generation broadcaster bridging online and offline realms, the Success Seminar manifests Atomy's vision for members worldwide. It presents a vision of global success that transcends time and space by merging business and culture. The ACT project has been initiated to cultivate global leaders and empower our active members around the world. Atomy is dedicated to providing full support for fostering global business activities. To achieve absolute quality and absolute price, and to ensure commitment to quality from its partners, Atomy provides various support measures for partnering companies, such as cash payment within 1 week from delivery, interest-free operating fund loans, and joint quality management systems, among others. These create a culture of accompanied growth. Atomy strives to minimize its environmental impact across all business activities through policies like transitioning products to zero plastic and introducing eco-friendly smart packaging solutions, with the goal of becoming a global eco-friendly leader. Sharing is a mission that all companies must fulfill. As a result of its consistent annual giving for the last 3 years, Atomy has secured the #1 rank in the distribution industry for donations as a percentage of revenue among the top 500 companies in the country. As a result, it has earned various government awards and certifications, including the Government Award for Sustainable Management, Good Donor Award, Family Friendly Company, and Great Place to Work Korea. Atomy's executives, employees, partnering companies, and members all practice sharing together to improve the lives of all members of society. Wherever sharing is needed around the world, global branches will be united to support happiness for all. The company that holds true to its principles while creating a new distribution culture. The company expanding globally with the trust of people around the world. The company that dreams of customer success while moving beyond customer satisfaction. The company that cherishes the spirit. We are Proud Atomy.
Hey, 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 we are Proud Atomy. That's all right. Okay. Now, for those of you who has a testimony on this evening, you know, what we're going to do is I'm going to call on Reverend Randall, first. But notice when you're telling your testimony, we don't use the word cure. Okay. So be mindful of that. You know, it's against the law for to use that word. Okay. I mean, you
Don't
can
use
say
the word what?
cure, cure.
Cure. Okay.
Right. Yeah. And but I believe we all probably know that part right there. Okay. So right now, show some love and get ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, Reverend Randall.
Good evening, everyone. On Sunday, we were at church, and one of the ministers was ill. We thought we were going to have to call the ambulance to her because she could not breathe. And Carol Spain is one of the ministers at the church, and she jumped into action. And she brought out the winterized kit. She made a um, tea with hot water, with warm water and toothpaste, and she told her to drink it. She sprayed propolis spray in the mouth and in her mask. She also put the pain patch uh, in the back of the neck and in the front of the neck. And she gave her a vitamin C 2000 and told her to put it in her mouth, swallow it, and drink it with some water if she wanted to. That lady went from could not breathe to um, conducting communion when it was time to give communion, because she does communion every first Sunday. But um, it was amazing. It was amazing to see the Atomy products work.
Awesome, awesome. I'm telling you, I tell you that Carol, she never goes bear hunting with a switch.
That's right.
You see how she went into attack mode,
And she did.
attack mode. Oh, that's pretty good. You know, when you understand the product, and that's why we have our Compassionate Healthcare Provider educational series to educate you. And you also have the support of what's online. Because when Atomy says that, okay, this is for this and this is what it does, blah, 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 you know, now it does what it does. Now, what our doctors or what our healthcare providers do, they reveal even more on what these products do because they study the herbs that are in there. So they know synergistically what's going on. What's going on. Now, um, I thought about something while I was going through the intro. Do we have, because normally a lot of times we hear, from the doctors, which is good. Um, and sometimes we have a testimony from a nurse and we don't know they're a nurse. But what I would like to call upon, if you are a nurse and you have been helping people, you know, um, with this product line and you have a few testimonies, you know, would you share one of those testimonies on this evening? You don't, I mean, matter of fact, you don't have to be a nurse. You can be, what, a nutritionist, what else? Dietitian, what else? Um, but we're not looking for, let's say, the MD right now. Okay, we got some MDs. We hear from them MDs and NDs and everything. But now, and a lot of times, we just want to know what compassionate healthcare provider have a testimony. How have you being educated on these products have helped somebody or help others? If there's a nurse, okay, or a healthcare provider, you can unmute your mic and share. Okay. Now, while they're thinking about it, is there anybody else that has a testimony? Do 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 do.
Bishop Smith.
Let me add something to that testimony. The minister went to the doctor the next day, and he diagnosed her as having walking pneumonia.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, alrighty then. Well, we want to hear the rest of the story after the days afterwards. Now, Bishop, you was getting ready to say something.
Yes, I would just wanted to say that I have a lot of underlying illnesses, and with my leukemia, I was having severe cramps, and they was like almost like epilepsy cramps, where it would lock my leg out and turn my ankle sideways until finally it actually bust the vein in my leg. But since I've been on the hemohim, the vitamin C, the omega 3, and then I start taking some of the vitamin D. Uh, I have not had another serious episode of cramps. It has literally stopped it. So, and then, like I said, I went today. I went to see my nephrologist again, and he told me again. He said, "Whatever you're doing, Mr. Smith, just keep doing it because your numbers are up. There's no protein like it was in your urine. Your creatine is looking great." He said, "You're just doing great. Just keep doing what you're doing, whatever you're doing." So I,
Wow.
so I'm telling you, God has sent Atomy my way because I've been praying about that leukemia medicine that I was taking, which was what is that called, baby? The medicine I'm taking for leukemia. What you taking when you first started taking your chemo chemo medicine? That's what it. I've been taking a chemo pill, and it actually was damaging my kidney. And
Wow. Wow.
so like I
Well,
said, since July.
Mhm.
of last year, and I went seen the doctor in September. That's when he gave me the report the first time that my count had went from 39 to 47. And so the day he told me it's even doing even better. So just keep doing what I'm doing. I said, well, thank you for helping me out. He said, I ain't did nothing. Whatever you doing is working.
And I like that doctor. I
Yeah.
like that doctor. And
I,
he admitted, hey, whatever you're doing, indeed,
yeah.
your faith and your faith with works.
Yeah, exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know, faith with works. That's what's happening.
Praise the
Indeed.
Lord.
Yes, indeed. Now, did you have any pain associated with that too?
uh,
No, just a circulation and
it, it was pain. I mean, when it locked,
uh-huh.
I would be hollering and screaming. That's how bad the severe the cramps
Wow.
was. And I even went to the emergency room because I was severely dehydrated because the leukemia medicine actually was sucking the water out of my body.
Right, right.
And
Okay.
one night I went to the emergency room because I was hurting so bad. I mean, dried out. And I kept telling the doctor I needed some water, and they said you can't have no water. I said, listen, if you don't give me some water, I'm finna have an attack. They didn't believe me. All of a sudden, my legs locked out. I was hollering and screaming. All the nurses and everything was coming to my room. What's going on? I said, I told you
Okay.
I needed some water, but I just happened to have some cramp pills from Walmart for leg cramps. And I put
Okay.
it in my mouth, and it,
Okay.
it lasted about 15 minutes before that pill kicked in, and plus they gave me some water. It finally
Okay.
stopped. But since
Okay.
I've been on this chemo here, I hadn't had that problem no more.
How many hemo heals do you take a day?
Sometimes four
Okay. All
and
right.
two vitamin C, and I
Okay.
take that omega 3 once a day.
Right. Yeah, that's your minimum as far as four is concerned. Because any of the doctors, they always tell you six is the sweet spot. That's the sweet
Okay,
spot right there. Six, two,
okay,
two, two. That's that sweet spot. The
oh,
servings. Yes, indeed, it's that sweet spot. Everybody remember that. You know, we you don't go bare hunting with a switch. And remember that sweet spot. I'm serious.
yeah,
I'm just repeating what our
oh yeah,
professionals have said. Indeed.
amen.
Okay. All righty. Thank you very much, Bishop. That's what we're
All
here
right,
for. Share some love.
thank
So,
you.
indeed. So right now, uh, is there anybody else? If not, we'll bring Dr. Walita Williams in on this evening. Indeed, we're going to be on a subject this evening that we haven't talked about it in a while, in quite a while. We haven't went deep into it, but we're going to go deep into it on this evening. So, is there anybody else with testimony? Alrighty then. So, right now, I am going to pass the baton to Dr. Walita. Is Dr. Walita in the house?
Yes, sir.
Hey there, pretty lady. Indeed. She's a blessing.
Good
You
evening.
are
Good
blessed.
evening.
You are blessed to be a blessing. We thank God for you.
Well, I want to talk about something. I tell you what, I was reading my AARP, and they were saying they were talking about this. Even after we talked, Pastor, earlier, I picked up the AARP, and that was the topic. The topic is chronic pain, and so I couldn't believe it when I picked up the magazine, and they said chronic pain. And I'm gonna read you one thing that the AARP said. AARP said, if left to simmer, chronic pain can easily spiral, causing depression, anxiety, sleep deprivation, social isolation, and even economic and financial burden. So you want to stop it. not just because it's uncomfortable, because if you don't stop it, if you don't do an intervention, then it can spiral out of control, because we know that nothing stays the same. So it's either moving in the positive direction or negative direction. So we want to move it in the positive direction, okay? So I wrote some notes here. What is chronic pain anyway? So they actually define chronic pain as pain that lasts 90 days or more. I mean, it may go and come, but it's over a 90-day period. That's when it's considered chronic. I mean, it's there. It's there to stay. So that's a big thing. Understanding what it is. And it can come and go. It can be mild to severe. But the main thing is it's having an impact on your life. That's the big deal. Okay. So I was looking at how can we help chronic pain? And there's a lot of research on it. Okay. And this is funny because it's right here in anatomy. As always, we have the answers. Okay. So the first thing I saw, it said polyphenols. Polyphenols. Where have we heard that before? We have an item in our line that is specifically called polyphenol. I don't know if you know this, but it's called apophenol. That is polyphenols. Who knew? So that's one of our there we go, apophenol. That's your polyphenol. That was the first thing that I saw when it says, how do you interrupt chronic pain? Polyphenols, because it is getting rid of inflammation. That's what the polyphenols do. And if you know anything about this apophenol, it's delicious. It's a snack. You could take 2 or 3 of them in a day easily as a snack. So this is our polyphenol. It's basically every two of those is giving you the same polyphenol as 45 green apples. And so who's going to eat 45 apples, right? So this is an easy way to get those polyphenols into our system. So that's I didn't know that polyphenol would be number 1 that popped up. Then I saw B complex. That was the next one, B complex. And it's telling us that these B complex, if you have lower back pain, neuropathic pain, muscle spasms, or just body pain, B complex is the way to go. All right, there's our B complex. And some of us know we've been using this B complex. It has all the Bs. See, a lot of times people know that, oh, I just get a B12, but that's not the way to go. B complex is the way to go because it has every single one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. It has all of the Bs and they work together. So it's very important to understand the importance of B complex. It says B complex, okay? Body pain. That's amazing. And then the next one is one of my favorites, and that one is vitamin C. I've known for years that vitamin C helps with pain. Well, the research says vitamin C, pain in the spine, pancreatitis, and cancer. It mentioned pain from those 3 sources. Vitamin C will help. It also says it will reduce the need for pain medication. What about that? Because you know the pain meds have what? Effects. They have effects that are not good. Okay. So vitamin C helps with bone health and collagen generation. Bone, vitamin C. And Atomy has 2 different ones. You have 2 choices. You have the Mega C with 2,000 milligrams, and then you have the Color C, which has 7 fruits and vegetables along with a mushroom blend. So it's amazing. We have these choices, and both of them are just so available, bioavailable for us because it's in a powder form. You could take it in your mouth, or you could put it in water, or you could add it to a juice. You could even add it to tea. We've added it to hot tea, cold tea, and I tell you, it's so easy and it has such a big impact on health. We also use this C to support elimination. I'll just put that in there because sometimes that can be a cause of pain too. In fact, we were listening earlier to EMT, and they were saying how many calls they get for people who are constipated. They're calling 911, and they are sometimes having aneurysms, brain bleed because of constipation. They're trying to use the bathroom. And they said sometimes they even get there and they can help them. And other times they get there and they it's too late just from constipation. And we have this vitamin C. All you need to do is take 4,000 milligrams, put it in some hot water, and you're going to get relief. 4,000 milligrams. So that's two of the 2,000s or four of the 500, either way. But that was a side. I know that wasn't on the topic. But I mean, I was amazed. I didn't know that. That was the EMT talking about how many calls they get. And the people sometimes they don't even know that their spouse or their housemate is even in the toilet like that until they have a problem. So this is very, very important to keep this vitamin C. Okay. And I have shared this with several people. What was the next one? B, C, D. Vitamin D. D may help with spinal pain. And a lot of people have that. Spinal, that's your backbone. Okay. May help with chronic pain associated with type 1 diabetes, hypertension, and other conditions. Vitamin D. And we know that D is so important. It's one of those micronutrients. And you see here it says organic and it says vegan. And that is truly unique because this is the only vegan one I've ever seen. Most of the ones that are vitamin D, even the ones you get from the prescription, they're not vegan. They're coming from animal. They come from, you'll see it on there, you see lanolin is the is the source. And when you look up what lanolin comes from, that's sheep's wool. Well, we have vegan. It comes from a plant source. So it's totally different. The body recognizes this as food. And that's why all these items are referred to as functional health foods. Functional health foods. That means they have functions in the body. They're going to accomplish something in the body. There's a function. There's a reason that the body needs it. Okay. Organic, vegan. Okay. That's our vitamin D. And this D3, it comes with K2, okay? So it is very, very powerful, and it is great in your quest to get rid of chronic pain, okay? The next one I want to mention is plant calcium. And this plant calcium, again, vegan plant calcium, okay? It comes from a plant. Most of your calcium that's in supplement form, it comes from rocks. And the body is very poorly absorbed, okay? But this plant calcium, again, it is considered a functional health food. Food is what the body recognizes, and that is what the body can use to repair itself. So plant calcium has magnesium, and that's another important part of the puzzle. Magnesium may help with headaches, muscle pain, premenstrual syndrome, PMS, and fibromyalgia. You know, fibromyalgia, that's just a term they throw at it when they don't know what's wrong with you. You just got multiple symptoms. They just call it fibromyalgia. They don't really know what that is, okay? So plant calcium goes in there. And you know, those plant calcium and the D3, that's an important combination because the D3 helps the calcium to go into the bones and into where it needs to go, the teeth and places. Otherwise, calcium can stack up in places where it doesn't need to go. So that D3 is very important, D3 and K2. Make sure that you get those together, okay? So that that's important. Now, another one, and we mentioned this, touched on this a little bit earlier, is the importance of the microbiome. What are we talking about? Gut health, microbiome. This has something to do with pain, all right? Because we have a microbiome that's out of balance. Two of the things that we need, well, actually it's three, okay? Fiber, and we have the psyllium husk. So you don't have to worry about fiber. You can just take that little psyllium, put it in water, and drink it down. And that gives you your daily serving for fiber. And you know it's clean and it works. So you can keep, and it's so easy. You just tear it open, put it in water, stir it up, and drink it. Okay? Psyllium. That's your fiber. All right? And then the other one for the microbiome, you know what's coming. Probiotics. We have probiotics. Now, if you've ever in your life had antibiotics, you need probiotics. Because whenever you have antibiotics, it kills off everything. They kill everything in its path. So that interrupts the balance of your microbiome. That's your gut bacteria. You need them. So probiotics is a way to put that back. And this Atomy formula is unique. It's formulated so that, first of all, it's easy, tastes like blueberry, sweet tart. I don't know, that's just my old-fashioned combination. Probiotics, you see it's purple, okay? And you can just take that first thing in the morning to replenish the probiotics, the good guys that help with your digestion. So this is for your microbiome, that's gut bacteria that you have to have, okay? 60 packets in that box. So that's actually a 2-month supply. That's amazing. Every product, and we haven't even talked about, but you see the prices are unbelievably reasonable. Okay, 2-month supply. Just take one every morning. The best time to take it is on an empty stomach because that way it's going to populate. It has prebiotics with it, so it's going to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, and I have to mention the this one is so important, especially for that tough pain, the sciatica. Okay, that's one that even as a naturopath, we struggle for years to find relief for our clients. Okay, and finally, coming to Atomy and finding this Tormacin has been such a blessing to so many people. And right now it comes from, you have to special order it from what we call the G Mall, which is the global mall. Okay. And when it comes from the global mall, it's coming directly out of South Korea. And so when you get the box, don't be surprised. That's not Chinese, that's Korean. But what they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And you see the picture on there, you saw that picture, you see what that is. You know what it's for. You see that knee, and that's the most common joint that people are having trouble with is that knee. So what you're going to do here is you take this turmeric concentrate, and I know some people are going to say, oh, I take turmeric, but believe me, you cannot take what's concentrated extract in these 2 tablets, okay? You have to have a whole table full of turmeric to equal it because this is concentrated extract of turmeric. You take that and you take the 2 white, which is MSM, that's the other one, and you are going to see a difference. And I can tell you this, I have 3 adult children. I've been a naturopathic doctor all their lives. Okay. This is the first product. All 3 of them are calling me when they've run out. I couldn't believe it. I was like, of all the products, all 3 adult children are calling. I need more of that. I need more bones and joints. Okay. So if you have, and I mean, if you have any inkling of bone or joint challenge, you want to get with your person and make sure you get your hands on this turmeric because it is amazing. You see, the real turmeric, okay, is in there and it is present and accounted for, water soluble. Okay. So that means it can't hurt you. When it's water soluble, that means you can take it every day. That's one of the benefits. Okay. Now, I left one out, and that one is Pastor, drum roll.
Okay,
And
I
that
don't know
is
how to
the
play the drum.
ethereal patches.
Whoa, the patches.
The patches.
Woo.
You know,
We
we
got
can't
a
leave out the
room.
patches.
Okay, we got
And this is
to.
for immediate relief.
Right, right,
Yeah. And
right.
in fact, it has so many benefits. These
Okay.
patches, you can you can use the whole patch. You can cut it in half. You can cut it in 4 pieces. You can make strips out of it. You can make it like a band-aid. You can do whatever you need to do with this patch and put it any place on the body, and it works. Sometimes one lady says she just opened the envelope and inhale it, and it helped
Personal.
because of that eucalyptus. Those ethereal patches,
There it
they
is.
have so much in there. Okay. But if you have pain in your body, feel free to put that patch wherever you feel it. Okay. The patches also are excellent for relaxation because we have people who say when they put the patch on, they'll sleep through the alarm. It's so relaxing. It's that relaxing. So you can use it under the bottom of your feet for relaxation. You can use it behind your shoulders, behind your neck, headache, any pain, because pain is basically a blockage. It's a blockage of energy. So these patches help to relieve that blockage of energy. And I'll tell you what, you can even use these on children. If you have children with attention deficit or autism, they don't rest. They have trouble resting. So this is something that you can use after their bath. You can put it under their feet, put the sock on, and they will rest and they have a much better day. Because one of the problems is sleep deprivation because they're not resting well. But these ethereal patches are magic, okay? They are magic. Peppermint, essential oil, eucalyptus. Somebody say it smell almost like Jix vapor rub. That eucalyptus and peppermint, you can even put it, if you have a stuffy nose, you put a little strip on your nose. One lady said she had a bad throat. She put it on her throat, and she said when she took it off, it was just dripping, dripping, and her throat was better, way better. Put it on your ear. My granddaughter had an earache. I put a patch in the front and a patch in the back. I didn't hear any more problem. I said, how's your ear? Fine. It's like it never happened. Okay. So that is a rundown on pain, all pain. I start with chronic pain, but it can be any pain that you need to see about it. Don't let it spiral out of control. Do we have any questions on pain? I'm gonna open it up for questions. Let's look in the chat. Who's in the chat here? What's going on?
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, I have extremely bad lower back pain every day of my life. And sometimes when I get out the bed, before I get out, I have to sit on the side of the bed. It's almost as if my body is going back in place. And when I walk, I can feel that pain from my feet all the way up to my lower back. Do you think this product will help me with that?
I believe so. And I
Okay.
have given you several products,
Oh, I've been writing them down. The
and
only
they
one I
all
did.
work together. They
Oh,
all
they
work
all work
together.
together.
Mhm.
Okay, and this
Yeah.
pain patch. What's the
Yes.
name of the pain patch?
It's called ethereal patch.
Ethereal. Okay. Okay.
Ethereal
Thank you.
patch.
Mm-hmm.
They work together. Get as many as you can.
Okay.
And to be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have pain, but
Oh,
I'm
wow.
using every single one of the ones on the list for other people.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm using every single one of these. I
Okay.
use vitamin C because you have to have 5 to 8 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables every day. If you're not
Oh,
doing that, you need extra vitamin C, and that's for your
oh,
immune system. I'm using B
okay.
complex because I want to
Mm-hmm.
keep my blood pressure under control. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Vitamin D,
Mm-hmm.
you got to have that for your calcium. I don't use dairy products. So I'm using the plant calcium and I'm using the
Mm-hmm.
vitamin D to make sure it's absorbed. Okay.
Wow.
Apple phenom. And they market the apple phenom as a weight control to, to help get rid of visceral fat. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
started taking it. I didn't realize about the polyphenols. But I
Okay.
noticed that when I didn't use the apple phenom, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have as much energy. I didn't feel as well. So I'm using every single one of these.
Okay, excuse me,
Okay.
Probiotic.
Dr. Walita.
Uh,
Okay, with this protocol, what are the servings that she need for each? You might want to write this down, Glenda.
Okay, I will.
Okay,
okay, so
right.
the servings, I'm gonna say if you have pain, you want to
Mm-hmm.
go 2 to 3 servings.
Okay, 2 to 3. Okay.
So if it says a serving is 1 pill,
Yes.
then that means you're going to be doing 2 or 3.
Okay.
If a
All
serving
right.
is 1 packet, you're going
Okay.
to be using 2 or 3 because
Okay.
you're trying to fix something. See, the
Okay.
serving is to maintain.
Okay.
It's not, you don't have a challenge. You're just maintaining. You already got good health. And that's what the
Okay.
serving is.
Thank you.
And here's the key that you have to remember about the Tumison. Now, being a member, you can go into the Global Mall and
Oh,
read everything in English.
yes.
You can read everything in English. Now, but on the box, it's gonna tell you 2 browns in the morning, 2 browns. I mean,
Too
two
white.
whites
Mhm.
at night.
Okay.
But that's not what we do.
Okay. Okay.
That's not what we do. What we do
All right.
is we do 2 browns and 2 whites at the same
Oh,
time.
okay. All right. At the
Right,
same time. Okay.
right.
And, and,
And
and,
then
and
mm,
wash it down with a glass of Mega C.
yes,
Legacy? Okay.
Yeah, vitamin C
yes,
helps to activate it.
Okay. Thank you.
yes. That 2000. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Oh, we got some testimony on YouTube on that, I tell you.
Okay.
Woo.
Now, is it under your name on YouTube or is it under the name of the company? The
Oh,
testimonies.
yeah, yeah,
It's in the
right, right.
chat. It's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
CHPG,
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
all
which is which
capital.
right. Yeah, that's my YouTube channel.
CHPG, all capital.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Um, a matter of fact, let's go here and we'll go here and we will switch it up. That particular channel has all the shows. That's
Oh,
the
that's
channel right there.
wonderful. Okay,
Right.
thank you so much. Mhm.
It's all the shows. Indeed. Definitely. So okay, that's a wonderful thing. Well, we keep things, let's say, logged on YouTube so that people can go back. If they forget anything, they can go back, listen to the program, get, you know, and listen to that and share with others too, with
Okay,
family members.
all
Yeah,
right,
with
thank
family
you.
members. Okay. Yeah, we bring it with the proof. To
Yes,
God
yes,
be the glory. Yes, indeed. Okay.
yes.
Now,
Okay, so I have one more line I didn't tell you.
okay.
For the pain,
Yes,
drink lots of water,
yes.
avoid ultra-processed food and
Okay,
sugar.
okay,
Those feed the pain, so you don't want to feed the pain.
okay, okay.
Ultra-processed food. You
Oh
want
yeah, I don't eat anything like that.
you want
And
real food.
right, it has taken me about 5 or 6 years, but I've lost a total of 110 pounds.
That's amazing.
But I still have some more to go. I have some more to go. I have to flatten the tummy and get some of the weight off the hips and the back end.
Okay, all right. Well, the apple phenom is a good choice, and
Yes.
also the pu'er tea.
Oh,
Tea.
okay. Let me write that one down.
Puer.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
You
yeah.
got that one, Glenda, coming.
Miss Ann, what did you say?
You ordered the pure tea. It's in your order.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
Now,
any more questions.
any more
Yes.
questions? It doesn't have
Yes.
to be on pain.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hello.
it doesn't have to be on pain. Go ahead. Yes.
Hello. My name is Alicia. I invited a friend of mine from Texas to come on the line to hear more about the autonomy, but she has some questions she want to ask and for herself. So her name is Donna. Donna, you online?
You can unmute Donna.
Donna. I guess she's
Donna from
not.
Texas.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you on the floor.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening,
My name,
Donna.
my name is Donna Brewer, and I am from Texas. I live here in Texas, but I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts.
Ask your
Um,
question.
my question is, I just had a heart valve surgery, and my warfarin, the blood thinners that I take, it seems like the number can never be consistent, or the number is kind of low. When it's low, it causes other problems. Since I had the surgery, I've been hospitalized 3 times. So I'm just trying to find something, or just continue listening to you all, then you could tell me. um I take high blood pressure pills. I take water pills. I take quite a few. Gabapen. I take heart pills. So I'm just trying. I'm really getting tired of pills, but I know I need to keep a certain ones, or so my question is, what can you all suggest that I do, or how can I eliminate some of these problems? And I do have knee problems too. So the pain, I use the Gabapen for the pain in my knees.
Well, what we do is we do have a holistic approach, and we everything that I named, uh, as far as pain,
Mm-hmm.
these are nutrients that help the body to stay in balance.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And we believe that the body can heal itself.
Mm-hmm.
So we have two um items that are all around tonics for the body to support healing. And one of them is called hemohim. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so that one works on a deeper level. It works on the level of the bone marrow, actually, helping to create stronger blood, actually, red blood cells and white blood cells. So I would go with that one, as well as, and that is three herbs that have been blended together. And it's been millions of dollars to create it. Okay. But it has worked for so many people. In fact, they're selling us that they sell more hemohim coming out of South Korea than even the Korean ginseng, which is their biggest item that they give to the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's hemohim.
So
Over the last
would it affect the warfarin, the blood thinners, or because I have to be
I would
careful
on
that
that
they don't
blood thinner,
clog up?
I would say get with whoever prescribed that because they may need to either make a change or make an adjustment on that.
Well, that's the only, as they say, that's the only warfarin is the only one that I could use. There's others. There's definitely others, but this is the only one that's good for my body.
Well, it sounds
And
like it's not good.
the only thing they do is increase it or decrease it. It depends on the level, what my levels was for that day. Because
Uh-huh.
it's supposed to be 2.5 to 3.5. You're in that range.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You can't go too high and you
How
can't go
often are they checking you?
um every Wednesday.
Okay. Well, I would say go with the hemohim, and when they check you, they'll be able to adjust it. I would just say start with one, and then build yourself up to two a day. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
What
also
is it? Pills?
the other tonic that we have is the organic fermented noni fruit juice. And that one is an all-around tonic also. It
Okay.
helps the body to heal. It promotes healing in the body. So
Okay.
that would be another one to look into.
So there's your website. I can go on the website and look what these mean and what they do and the cause
Yes,
and effects and
yes.
okay.
Every single item, when you go on the website, you click on that picture
Uh-huh.
and you start to see the information on that item, and you will see a button that says uh, more information. You click
Okay.
that button and it will give you even more.
Okay. So what would you recommend to start first? Because since there's quite a there's my of course my heart, then there's my migraine headaches, and then there is my knees. And I have to be careful definitely of what I eat because some of the foods that I eat will make um my blood go down. That count, my INR go down or go up. So vitamin K is not too good for me.
Well, I can give you a personal assessment,
Mm-hmm.
which is a little bit more in depth than what we can do here. If
Okay.
you want me to, that means I have to look at every single thing
Okay, that's
because
fine.
it's in general, you know, I would go with the hemohim and the noni, but you need to start, you know, and build up. So you start with one.
So is this something that I should talk with my doctor before or just go ahead and start?
It'd be a good idea to talk with your doctor. And there's other things that I can suggest.
Mm-hmm.
We'll look at your blood type, we'll look at, a lot of different factors that we can look at more in depth than what I could do here.
Okay.
So if you would like to contact me directly, I'll be happy to, go deeper.
Okay. I would love that. I'm just
So,
trying to find a pen so I can. Oh,
Now,
here.
now notice an
Okay.
assessment is pretty deep. So, it has to be done off the air and there is a charge for that assessment. I don't want you to be surprised, but
Okay.
it's very important in your situations, um, that Dr. Walita, can be more, let's say, can be thorough,
Uh-huh.
and you need to, for her to be thorough. So, yes, there is a charge on the assessment, but when you call Dr. Walita, she'll share with you.
Okay.
And
and
as
I'm gonna give you my number,
Okay.
918
Uh-huh.
888
Mm-hmm.
6483.
6483.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And so
And
feel free to
just
leave.
just to let you know where are you from? Because in Texas we're an hour behind you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta. I'm in
Oh,
Atlanta, Georgia.
okay. My son is in Atlanta.
Oh, cool. Everybody
Okay.
has a relative in Atlanta. We already know. Everybody has at least one relative in Atlanta.
I know that's right.
Sure. Okay. Dr. Aretha, you said?
Willitha.
Oh, Welita. Okay.
Did we take care of the okay. Okay, so somebody was asking about parasites. Okay, so my take on parasites is that parasites normally live where there's deficiency. In fact, they have a lot of different they call it parasite cleanse, but they never work as long as you have deficiencies going on. So high quality nutrients are the best approach. High quality nutrients, and the body will cleanse itself. So that's my uh, take on that's my stand on parasites.
Yeah, Dr. Walita.
Yes.
Hi, good evening.
Hi
Yeah,
there.
hi. The milk thistle is very good for the liver. So it detoxifies the blood because all the parasites are in the blood.
Yeah.
So when we use the milk thistle, it kind of detox the body, altogether.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with it. That's true. I use the milk thistle quite a bit for detoxing the liver because the liver is what detoxes everything else. So if it's congested, then you're not getting uh, detox that you need.
Okay. Anything else in the chat, Dr. Walita?
Oh, let's see. Let's go again. Can't find it. So blood thinner. Oh, someone was suggesting to the lady about the blood thinner. She was suggesting clopidogrel. She's saying that she has that and she uses that one.
Uses warfarin.
Donna, you see that? Can
Yes,
you know how to
I see.
access the chat?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. So you see what she's saying. She's trying to help you.
Okay.
Somebody said pneumonia. We covered that earlier. Um, the pastor was telling about the lady had walking pneumonia. We covered that. Somebody say vertigo. What's causing the vertigo? That's the key. Why do you have vertigo? Is the vertigo person still here?
Okay, I'm here. I've got two customers. They've got vertigo, but they don't know why, and the doctor didn't tell them why.
Are they on the him or him?
One of them is,
How many are they taking?
I think it's, I don't know if it's two a day, but but one of them is on hemoline. But
Yeah,
she
you need
got
to find.
vertigo.
You find out how many.
Okay,
Very important.
well, how many she needs to take?
Well, the minimum is 2.
Okay,
That's the minimum.
okay.
But it depends on what's causing the vertigo. Are they on a prescription that's causing it? Do they have an ear problem? I mean, it's just
Now,
so,
one has an ear problem.
oh,
Yeah, she's dealt with ear problems all her life.
oh, well, then that's probably what's causing the vertigo. Well, you can use the patches on the ears too. A strip in the front and in the back. And I would say, I know we hadn't really talked about this, but eat right for your blood type. Because many times if you're eating mucus forming foods, if you're a blood if you're a blood type O and you're eating wheat and corn, it just keeps making a lot of mucus, and it can be a problem.
So, Dr. Walita, when they mention the ear, is it because the ear is infected or
Um,
what?
it can be it can be infected, or it can be just an imbalance. It could be too much earwax, or fluid in the ear. There's so
Also,
many different
some
ways,
people have Meniere's
but that
disease.
is going to affect your balance for sure.
Mm.
It can be an allergy.
Huh?
Yeah, can be allergies. Yeah, vertigo.
So,
I'm
what the
surprised.
what?
I had it one time and it was an allergy.
Okay.
That's
I'm
why I found out.
surprised that the doctors haven't said anything to her because it can lead to many different things, as you all mentioned. But you definitely need to have that checked because it can do ear infections, it can be colds, it can be so many different your ears, it can be your eyes, your headaches, and all of that comes into vertigo.
Because everything
So
is
you really
connected.
have to point, yeah.
Your head cavity, your ears, your nose, your eyes, your brain, everything is connected.
Yep.
But
Now,
you can
now,
start with the hemohim. We'll just go start with the hemohim, start with eat right for your blood type also.
now,
So
with
is
the
he
Manuka honey, would the Manuka honey help? Target, let's say, certain infections in the body.
Yes, that's a good one. Along with the hemohim, manuka honey is good. Noni is good.
Right.
I
We
ask you a
got what
question?
is
So that vitamin, or is that a vitamin or something? Because it's basic. I hear you talk about it a lot. So is that one of your main products that
Yeah, it is the main product.
for many different
It is
reasons?
this is the
Body?
product that started the company.
Okay.
And you can go on YouTube and you'll see the history of it, how it came about and everything, because we're actually out of time, and that's a story in itself. But go on YouTube and find the history, and I tell you what, you'll see millions of dollars and years of research went into it.
Can you give me the correct spelling?
HEMOHIM.
okay.
Okay. Emo. Okay. Just
And
learning how to
and
pronounce this.
okay. And Dr. Alita is right. We have ran out of time. It's time to say good night, John Boy, in the
Good night,
house.
John Boy.
Good night,
Indeed.
good night.
Good night. Alrighty.
All
Good
right.
night,
Thank
Thank
you,
you and
everybody.
good
everybody.
night.
Yes, indeed.
That was
Thank
Good
a
you.
night,
Good
great,
night.
You
everybody.
Thank
can
you. We'll see
great
you
you can
next
day.
week.
unmute
Thank
your
you.
mic. You can unmute your mic and say good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night. Good
Good night.
night.
Good night.
Everybody say good night and everybody say happy birthday to Pastor Bernard.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
Pastor
Birthday.
Diana,
Good
and good
night.
Happy
night,
birthday,
Happy
everyone.
birthday,
brother.
sir.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday,
Good
sir.
night. Thank
Birthday.
you. Good night.
Good
Good.
night.
Thank you, Wilbur. Indeed.
Night,
Uh,
everybody.
good night. Good night, Valerie. Good night. Good night, Cora. Good night, Ernestine. Good night, Carol. Good night, Florence.
Good night, darling. Happy
Say call
birthday.
mama.
Thank you.
I invite mama. Mama on there.
Bye, Pastor Edward.
Good
Good.
night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Good night.
All right. Good night. Good
Good
night,
Good night.
Nick.
night. Good
Good night,
night.
Lynn.
Good
Good
night.
night. Good night.
Good
Good
night.